Well, hello everyone, and a very good afternoon, and welcome to day one coverage of the 7th Hana Financial Group Championship, staged once again here at beautiful Bears Best Golf Club in the city of Cheongna. Bears Best, a collection of Jack Nicklaus's 27 best designed golf holes from around the world, all plopped down here in beautiful sunny South Korea. This is what your weather looks like for Thursday. It's a warm 25.5 degrees, partly cloudy, not too much humidity or precipitation in the air, which is good news after the deluge of rain that we had over the first couple of days. Practice rounds washed out, the course receiving a good amount of saturation, but it's sunny skies up ahead as the ladies contest this 1.5 billion Korean won prize purse, 270 million up top. Ma Da-som defends the title she won so spectacularly last year. We've never had a multiple-time winner of this championship. These are your featured groups this afternoon, and it certainly is a stacked field. Hong Yo-min off with the Go sisters. Ji-won and Ji-yu, both winners on the KLPGA Tour. Hong Jung-min, who set the new 72-hole scoring record on the KLPGA Tour a couple of months back. And then just behind her, Park Hyun-kyung, the reigning Korean Women's Open champion, Lee Dong-eun, and the three-time major champion, Australia's Minjee Lee. Just behind them, Yoo Hyun-joo currently tops the points list for Roh Seong-hui, who tops the money list, crossing the 1 billion Korean won mark this season. They're off with Ea-won, who has struggled to find her game since the return from the summer break. And then that is your final group of the day, the defending champion, Ma Da-som, last week's winner, Bang Shin-sil, who's the only player to have won 3 events this season on tour. They, of course, have Lydia Ko back in 2020. This putt for Lee Dae-yeon going to come up a little spine, so fairly slow to start. That should flatten out around the hole. Yeah, good speed from the 2023 champion. That was an epic playoff with the likes of Paddy Tavatanakid and the returning Minjee Lee just missed about a 2.5 footer for par back at 9. Again, having said that, was about an hour and a half ago. 29-year-old picking up her 3rd major title at the Women's PGA Championship back in June. 3-stroke margin of victory over Austin Kim and Shanate Wonseon. She's come close to this championship in a number of years. That seemed to come off the club face a little weird, a little low and right, but it sort of works out. I don't think she got all of it, but it's going to be fine. To the broomstick putter this year, Minjee Lee. It's been a bit of a mixed bag, to be honest. See if she can wield it well here on 10. Not quite. Born and raised in Perth, Western. Name on the bottom right of your leaderboard there. She had it to 3 under before back-to-back bogeys to end her round. And there is the lady that many have come to see this week, Lydia Ko, who has stood on every step of the podium at the Olympic Games. Bronze and silver in Rio and Japan. And of course that gold and all pretty solid. Works a lot on her thoracic rotation. The physiotherapist and Coach Ryan Lumsden try to stay more centered on top of the ball, really rotate the body hard around her spine. That's the reason why she's one of the best iron players in the world. Minjee. To the lady that bested her 2 years ago, Lee Dae-yeon. It's a good scoring opportunity if you find this fairway on 13. water short, but you're only coming in with a pitching wedge or a gap wedge. Case in point, right there, Lee Dayon. Ooh, it tried. But nothing gets galleries in Asia more excited than a little bit of backspin. She's going to take it to 2 under par momentarily. Under her again. Dayon can just go ahead and tap that one in to join Yuri and Rei-hyun at 2 under par. Right, to the 10th. Lydia Ko, finally ready to start her back 9. She's at 1 over par. HSBC Women's World Championship in sunny Singapore at the start of the season. Ahead on 11, Minjee. Should be a fairly comfortable wedge from this yardage. Lydia Ko ready to play her second shot into the par 4 10th. You can see that pin tucked over that cavernous bunker on the left-hand side. 1 over par for the ever popular Ko. Started that at the flag, trying to cut this one up towards the middle of the green. No, just didn't quite get all of it. Minjee ahead on 11 with an outside look for birdie. She too 1 over for her opening round. It's tracking nicely, just falls off low for Lee. Has always been such a good bunker player, Lydia Ko. Uses the bounce so nicely. Just look at the elevation she can create. It's a long, sort of lazy swing, and did it, so she still has the honor on the 11th tee. Not the longest hitter, Lid, so can he left-hand trap just hit a little sliding cut off it. Down at the bunker, just didn't cut. Quick reach for the tee, usually a sign of a well-struck tee shot. And that's right down the center stripe for Minjee Lee. The green. Lee Dayon for the outright lead on 15. Slow putt coming up the hill, so give this one a good smack. Oh, right on cue. Lee Dayon to the top of the leaderboard. It's a 4th birdie of the day. She's in no mood. to just hang about today, taking advantage of some very solid play. Back to Minjee on 11th. Both her playing partners safely on the upper level of the green, albeit good 50 feet away from the pin. How brave can Minjee be with the breeze coming off the right? Well, she too just erring on the side of caution here at 12. Lydia, a great tactician, so she knows this is not a flag you want to go for coming out of the rough, particularly the left-hand rough. So cut a little long, give yourself a putt of about 30 feet. She's done that. Yeah, good smart shot from the Kiwi. You're looking at the 12th green and the group of Park In Kyung, Lee Dong-eun, and twice runner-up at this championship, Minjee Lee, who has this for birdie. Always found it very awkward and a bit clunky to try and wield a long putter from outside of 30, 40 feet. Takes a lot of practice and getting used to. Lydia Ko, a birdie opportunity back at the 11th. Needs to start moving right from there. Yeah, good speed though from Lids. Can't expect too much from that range. Every time I see Lydia Ko on TV, I wonder how many the long putter has its issues from long range. It's pretty effective from here, as Minjee Lee nicely demonstrates with that par putt. Find the correct level of the green with your second shot. As I said earlier, 4, not a bad score on this hole. And as she did over the last 2 holes, Lydia Ko will lead this group off. At even par. Still very much in the mix as we're back from Minjee's tee shot, also going with what looks like a hybrid club. Gritty competitor that doesn't make too many mistakes, and even when she does, she seems to emerge unscathed more often than not. The penalty area short shouldn't come into play. All these ladies, such great control with their short irons and wedges. Not her best, but still a decent opportunity for Minjee. Back on the 12th, Lydia has got that hybrid. She's got that shot that not many of the professional golfers and on the KLPGA Tour has. Really good with these clubs, playing all manner of shape with them. Requires a sort of high, soft cut. Try and hold it on that back plateau. Had the line, just didn't quite make it up the slope. Not bad though. Tough shot when you see that wind whipping as hard as it is. Always does a good job fulfilling her commitments to her sponsor, the Hana Financial Group, coming back to contest this Hana Financial Group Championship year in, year out. Minjee, you know she'd dearly love to win it one time. But that club is going to have to behave for her. She missed a tiny putt 2 years ago. I believe it was on the second extra hole against Idayon to win the title. Now Lydia, it's one of those putts that you have to hit firmly enough because you're coming up that relatively steep slope, and sometimes you tend to overhit it because it plateaus and flattens out once you get onto that back shelf. Yeah, judge the pace nicely there, Lids. Yeah, good putt par. Had the great pleasure of hosting a private event for Boss Golf with Lydia at the start of the year, and I can absolutely say what a true pleasure she is to be around. Took lots of questions from the invited guests that evening. Certainly earned a couple more fans. Tremendously popular player who has done these are the opportunities where world-class players like Lydia Ko and Minjee Lee can just separate themselves a little. Can you take advantage of par threes? It's a little pulled. That's not her best. There's a little gap forming between this group and the penultimate one up ahead on the green. And Lydia got driver here. It's going to have to be a fairly soft one for the New Zealander. That water comes in about 90 or 80 yards from the green. And she's leaped this one out right. She's going to catch a piece of the fairway. Just about. Comfortably. Minjee does have to worry about this one getting away from her. This is slightly uphill from this angle. So as long as the lie's okay, this isn't going to be overly complicated. A bit loose with that tee shot, Lydia, but hasn't paid too high of a price, and she'll still be coming in from the fairway. A breeze to speak of for the former world number one. Compressed that one nicely, but it's pulled a touch. Oh, good shot. It's just such a difference, the consistency in which she can strike that golf ball. Which, have a very good op. Now Lydia Yeah, very tidy. Good birdie. Balances her account for the championship back to even par. Back inside the top 15. Bridge. And the hottest it's been in South Korea since records were kept. Going back to the 70s. So fair play to the maintenance crews of not only Bears Best here in Cheongna, but all the 524 courses around the country. And they've had their hands full over the last couple of months to keep these courses in as pristine shape as they can. Now Minjee going for it in two at the 15th. One place he can't be is left. There's a penalty area there. And that's perfect. That's going to go scuttling onto the green. Wonderful shot from Minjee Lee at the par 5. Now Lydia on 14. That sounded like a pretty good strike. And ooh, just stays on the left fringe. Lydia Ko, flagstick out on 14. Intentions are clear. Fancies her chances. Just off the left edge of the green. Two excellent shots, given Minjee Lee an opportunity to leapfrog into red figures. Did not hit that with enough conviction whatsoever. That is a deflating effort. Lydia for par. Yeah, I don't see her make too many mistakes from that range. Stays even. Who leads the KLPGA Tour's points list coming into this week. Now Lydia, I don't think she's got the firepower to take it all the way to the green, but you can certainly leave herself a nice number for one of her wedges. Just got to carry that creek that's about 180 yards in front of her. That's not going to be a bother for a player of Lydia Ko's quality. Look at birdie. Drop back to the par 3 16th tee to catch up with Minjee Lee, who did knock in her 5-footer for birdie at the 15 to take her tally back to even. Dangerous when the hole's cut on the left-hand side of the green. Trouble there, and that was either not well struck or a club too short. Should have stayed up though for Minjee. It's a steep bank, but it's some pretty thick rough as Hyun-Ju looks to clean up for her birdie after that very nicely played pitch shot. A reasonable look. That was a couple of moments ago. Now live with Lydia. How does she want to play this one? A little low with hop, skip, and a bit of check, or try and flight one in high, have it come down nice and soft. Looks like it's option B. Oof, almost hooped it. Squirrely off the tee, but ample green to work with for Minjee on 16. Doesn't need to play the high hero shot. She's done the right thing. Played a little low runner, and she's played it very nicely. Now Lydia scared the hole with that third. Just a fraction high. It's a tough read from there. Seen a number of players miss that putt high and a couple more low. So can't quite capitalize. Lydia. Still 3 holes left to try and make an impression on the first page. Ample room out right. It's the second shot that really sets you up on this hole. Try and give yourself a good number to attack the pin. This green has a fair amount of slope in it, it has to be said. Minjee just looking out right. The place you don't want to be is in those nest of fairway bunkers on the left-hand side. This one's starting well right, but peeling back nicely. "20 feet right, maybe a little long. No harm done. Don't need to bring that water into the equation. Not on Thursday." That's hitting left. Oh dear. I think that's in the penalty area. It's not in the water. She had plenty of club to cover it. Oh no, there's a flag that went down. Looks to be just over the back of the green, but it's some pretty... between clubs here. Minjee Lee, from what we've seen from her 2 playing partners, maybe going with the longer one, not such a bad idea. So play up to this raised green at the par 5. So 3 very poor shots from this group at the 17th. Well off the target was the highly rated Lydia Ko at 16. Played this, get a lot of load into that left side so she can get as low as she can, slide the club head under the ball, and look at this touch of magic from Lydia, almost producing a brilliant birdie. But that is what Lydia Ko is all about, the ability to hit spectacular shots from around the greens. Great technique, great execution. Good news for Minjee is that ball's come out of its own pitch mark. It's sitting okay. So let's watch the technique here. Being in the upslope is going to help. Slips that club under the ball so nicely. Gets it to release on. Fantastic touch from the Aussie. Anything to speed up play at this point. Get your own flag stick, tap it in. Let's move on. One hole left to go. It's been a solid start to the championship for Lydia Ko. Missed the cut last year in this event. For the final 3-ball of the day, Lydia going with a 3-wood. Minjee. Ideally, want to hit just some sort of little low cut at the left edge of the fairway. If it try to kick on the slope, get a little extra run on it. Ideally placed now for Lee. Lydia cannot make the mistake of coming up short into this green. Yep. Clever shot. She'll have a birdie putt to come. For Minjee, though, find the fairway. Only got a short iron in hand. Can be aggressive. There are little slopes around the hole to the left and a little long. Can sort of feed the ball back into this pin position. Playing into the breeze is going to help bring this one down softer. Yeah, it's a really nice shot there from Minjee. Classy. Good look from behind the hole at what Lydia faces for her birdie. Gently downhill, so doesn't have to worry about getting this ball to the hole. Just picking that right line. Looks like it wants to go left early, but then certainly at the hole it should start to move back towards the right. Just the par then for Ko. Year one, Seung Hui ahead, maybe just out of her range, so Lid's electing to have a go. ahead on the green. Minjee Lee, who's really battled nicely on this back nine. Made the turn at 1 over par. There's a chance to end her day in red figures. This for birdie. Down the hill, raking to the left. She hit that with enough speed. No, there's your answer. Still don't think going to be too disappointed with a level past 72 in trying conditions this Thursday. Oh, Shinsil. Again, that just shows you the difference in quality of play from Hyun Kyung and Dong-eun. Minjee Lee admittedly didn't have her best stuff in this opening round, but she's gutted out a fine even par effort of 72 to begin her quest for the Hana Financial Group Championship, a title she has so very nearly won on 2 different occasions. Since the Lotte Open, which was staged at this very golf course at the beginning of July. Now Lydia, ample room out long, doesn't need to take on this pin. There's a bit of help in the air, so she's got an 8-iron from 145. Oof. Needed a yard or 2 more. Might have just hung in the rough outside of the bunker for Lydia, which would be a good break. It looks like Lydia has stayed out of the bunker on 18. And it's one of those shots where she can produce a bit of magic. The line looks heavy, but the leading edge of that lobber should cut through the fescue rough pretty easily. It's all about picking a landing spot and just having it tumble out from there. Oh, got too much ball there. You can see it shot off the club face, very hot. 31 professional titles. As well under her belt, and hopefully the final shot of the day for our coverage and for Lydia Ko, who has this for par at the 18th. Oh, classy stuff from Ko. Round and even past 72. Lydia, there's a very good chance she could be paired together with Minjee Lee for the second round here at the Hana Financial Group Championship. And goodness me, won't there be some crowds out there watching. Closing birdie, she would match Lee Dion's round of 69. So that's the way things shape up as we leave Bears Best on Thursday evening. It's Hyejun and Dion who lead the way at 3 under, with Shin Dae-in and Junyu Ri trailing by a shot. Looking forward to more great golf from the Hana Financial Group Championship tomorrow afternoon. Certainly hope you can join us then. Bye-bye for now.